Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Gemini, January 11, 2023. Gaining the interest or support of other people comes more naturally than usual today, perhaps due to your open spirit and confidence. With a Venus-Mars connection today, your interactions can be pleasingly spicy, and intimacy can get a boost. It's a powerful time for getting in touch with your more profound needs and desires and understanding yourself better. Although the rewards are unlikely to be immediate, you're quite happy to work toward a long-term goal now. You're open about discussing or analyzing very personal matters, although you can be a little detached about it all right now. A conversation with a person from your past can be sparked up. Relationships are a big theme, especially past relating patterns. Even if things get nowhere or seem to go backwards, it's a necessary process for illuminating where you stand and what you will take forward into the future. You'll feel so full of passion today, you might just burst. As our goddess planet, soft Venus, blows cherry blossoms into the air, they will dance over to sizzling Mars, her cosmic lover. This is a glorious day for passion, pleasure, and romance, so be sure to capture this energy and connect with someone you adore. If single, you could meet someone new, so consider ways to take the lead and ask someone out. If coupled up, this is a gorgeous moment to relax for some tender loving care cuddled up with your significant other before the fireplace. Calm your mind. Your inner monologue might be in a tailspin about what you should do with your work boundaries and financial matters when Venus in Aquarius trines Mars retrograde in Gemini. The airy trine is somewhat logical but exceptionally mentally stimulating. So, this might rev up your mind as you think about what you may need to do or course correct to feel like you are in control of your professional and financial matters. If it gets to be too much, do not be afraid to take a step back to calm your nerves. With no planetary activity in your income sector, the moon's first visit for the year was always going to be an important chance to get your bearings. While the moon is having to compete with Saturn and Venus in your financial sector for your attention, and on a day when Mars is helping to fire up your financial passions and fighting spirit, it has the support of planets in your career sector. This is energizing both sides of the financial fence. Making yourself beautiful for a certain someone may have brought up some health issues. Are you ready to begin taking your diet more seriously? What you put in your mouth goes a long way toward shaping your life. Eventually, as you recently noticed, it has an effect on how you see yourself in the mirror. Why not ask yourself up front how you want to see yourself? Examine your eating habits when you are not hungry, and ask yourself, who do I want to be? A lot of the hard work is coming to an end for you today. You and your team members can take pleasure in a job well done. You had set the standards high for all of you, and now the results are coming in. On a day like this, you need to be careful in any confrontations. Do not dig your heels in too deep or you could end up being hurt in the long run. This holds true both in your business dealings as well as your personal relationships. Take it easy. This is an active day on both sides of the financial fence, and while competition between the two might feel like financial tension, it is more that your attention is being drawn in so many directions. On one side of the financial fence, the moon's first visit to your income sector for the year is forming a friendly aspect to planets in your career sector that are poised to give this new professional year the green light. On the other side of the fence, a week after Venus returned to your financial sector, her friendly aspect to Mars is helping to fire up your financial passions and fighting spirit. As the Sun moves into his final 10 days in your relationship sector, he is putting the pressure from last week's full moon behind him, while at the same time separating from an alignment with Mercury, the planet of communication. This is a chance to look to the future with confidence, knowing what you want from your relationships and what they need from you, and with even more communication support on the way. Our eyes in the sky. Venus in Aquarius harmonizes with Mars retrograde in Gemini today. This is a time to discuss our passions with our partners without hesitation. Don't shy away from discussing taboo topics, because it could be beneficial to your sex life in the future and help create a deeper dynamic with your partner. This is also a good time to do confidence-boosting activities like affirmations to heighten self-esteem. To put it mildly, you are somewhat overwhelmed with what is expected of you. There are frequent misunderstandings, especially with relatives and friends. To avoid making the tense situation worse, refrain from acting in the heat of the moment. You need a great deal of time and patience for talking things over to clear matters up. Your finances are not exactly in the best of health. You just can't seem to see the benefits you stand to gain and make one mistake after another. Do not take on any large-scale investments. Your financial advisors are bound to give you a bad deal. Stick with smaller outlays to limit any potential damage. Someone you work with is likely to abuse his or her position of power today. Just because he or she has authority over you doesn't mean that this person is allowed to be disrespectful to you. Be careful of letting a situation go too far. After midnight, the Leo moon squares off with Uranus in Taurus, inspiring eccentric behavior. We risk making knee-jerk and potentially unwise decisions to distract ourselves from troubles or boredom. Many of us will be asleep at this hour, and our dreams can be erratic, bouncing us from one vision to the next, as we struggle to keep our bearings. We may awaken knowing that important messages have been relayed, but we are unable to remember them. A nagging feeling that we've forgotten something stirs up anxieties heading into the morning. Nothing can stop you right now, and all your work seems to succeed. This is also true for money matters. There's nothing to worry about since you're on a winning streak. In case you have cash to spare, now is a good time to invest. You can then look to the future in a positive way, sure in the knowledge that your investment will be fruitful. It's important to maintain good relations with others if you want to continue to get on well with them. Approach situations with restraint and consideration, rather than putting your own needs first. Think about the wishes of those you care about most. Don't confuse your ambition with a ruthless pursuit of success. Take a relaxed view of life and let grass grow over old feuds. Enjoy reviving old contacts and wallowing in nostalgia. The conditions are ideal, as you will be receiving a lot of trust and affection. Let your family know how important they are to you and spend more time with them. After sunup, Venus in Aquarius trines retrograde Mars in Gemini, helping us form potent connections with others. We feel confident expressing our desires, and we are equally receptive to others' compliments. When we think of Venus and Mars, romantic compatibility automatically springs to mind. We might find ourselves to be the object of someone's affection now, or perhaps we have our sights set on a potential partnership prospect. During the Venus-Mars trine, sexual interactions are enhanced and cooperative efforts are improved. We understand the benefits of a collaborative struggle and therefore a collaborative victory. However, with this meeting occurring in social signs, this trine is equally good for amping up enthusiasm for a community initiative or sharing a warm moment with friends. This transit proves that love can be found anywhere that a desire for connection exists.